Hello there, people of YouTube. Welcome to the video. Since this is the first of its kind on this channel, I thought I would take a moment to introduce myself. I'm Bigg Charles, a longtime community lurker and Souls enjoyer, formerly known as many things, including Lizard Brain, Armor Amor, Material Void, and probably others. I recently returned from a long, maybe 5 or 6 month break from Elden Ring, after I just became totally jaded and pissed off towards the game after nearly 1,600 hours on the PC. You can imagine, probably, if you're watching this. But I returned because I got a PS5 and heard the game was generally more enjoyable on the platform, better performance optimization and connectivity with the absence of, what's it called? Easy anti-cheat. Without that piece of garbage, and that the community was fairly active and fun at various levels, and I was having the invasion itch, so I thought, let's boot it up, let's get a character going, and try and relearn how to have fun with this game, this video game that we all play. So here I've kind of got a selection of invasions from this process for you to see. You can watch me, shaking the rust off and kind of having a bit more fun than expected, and just as importantly, kind of learning about what is fun, maybe relearning what is fun about invasions in this game in particular, as they're kind of different. But before we dive into those, I'll just real quick talk about the build. One of the things I wanted to do was make something a little less optimized. I couldn't help myself in the past making really just sweaty builds, and I feel like that was a big part of my becoming jadedness. So this time I went for something that I just thought had a cool flavor. I kind of went for a frosty enchanted night kind of build. I went for a quality spread with a splash of int to gain access to like useful somber weapons, a bit more magic damage on my cold infusion on my regular smithing weapons, better damage on Ashes of War, like Waves of Darkness, and the Death Ritual Spear, Ash of War, that sort of thing, Carrion Sovereignty, that sort of thing. I'll show off the weapons probably like right now in the footage. I think I ended up with about 40-40 in strength and dex, and maybe 27-ish intelligence by the time I reached 150, where I'm currently parked. And the invasions are kind of from the process of making the builds, so they're at varied levels, mostly above 90, and the inventory is a mess. I'll probably make a dedicated video for this build once I finish up NG and have a nice inventory for it. But for now, this is where we're at. Why don't we roll some invasions? So yeah, we're here in invasion number 1, and we're kind of starting off with exposure therapy, because this was always one of the hardest kinds of invasions for me to love or enjoy in Elden Ring, and that is the open world, 2 guys standing in a field type of invasion. And there it is, they get the 3rd guy to stand in the field with them. So I'm thinking, man, how am I gonna get these guys to do something? I don't know why I blocked that. But it turns out, you know, my fears were not to be substantiated, because this blue is ready to get it popping. He is happy to do his job and fight the red man, and, you know, God bless him for that. I see a lot of blue slander, and, like, yeah, I get it. Like, they're kind of, they're ganking for free, you know? They're gankers without friends. I get that, and I get why that's unlikable. But I appreciate that they will get a party moving along. They will bolster two guys' confidence enough to come out and fight me, which is way better than staring at each other across a field. So yeah, I'm having a good little 2v1 with these guys. You can see the wizard way up the hill, like T-posing. If you didn't notice that, you can just rewind, I guess. This is pretty funny. And yeah, these guys are not to be taken lightly, you know. They might not be world beaters, but they do real damage. I do real damage to them. There's two of them. They like mashing out a hit stun. Gets them eating that second R1. You can Dark Souls 3. And I love the health and steeple. What a great weapon, right? That Ghost Flame looks so good on it. I'm gonna switch off to the Royal Greatsword, so I can just kind of smell myself killing this blue with it. Yep. Read the room, brother. See that ultra, don't go jumping in on it. That's all I'm saying. And I love this guy's commitment to the, I guess, the Magma Scale Sword. And, you know, here comes the wizard. He's getting involved, and at first I'm very excited about that, because I'm like, oh, he's definitely gonna clip the worm man with those skulls. Oh man, I almost got him with that pot. But unfortunately he didn't. And now we're seeing brilliant play right there, just eating a telegraphed R2 to the face. Whatever. Yeah, he didn't clip the worm man, and now we're seeing the invasion kind of revert back. So I'm doing my best with ranged attacks to try and, like, piss these guys off and get that fucking R2. I'm trying to piss them off enough to, like, come fight me, but they are very content to kind of work back to the grace. And really right here we're seeing, like, why I actually do like a blue from time to time, and maybe I should have kept him around. Maybe I should have kept the blue around, but I don't know. And this guy just mashing out a hit stun. Getting me with it though. He's getting me with it. Finally beat out that R2. Get him with the backstep feint. Not quite enough to kill him, and you know, I'm gonna retreat from the skulls here. I'm getting low on the flasks, so I decide if you can't beat him, join him. I'm gonna be passive over here and, you know, shoot stuff at him and use a warming stone. Doesn't really accomplish much. And this is kind of why invasions like this are hard to enjoy in their entirety. Because, like, yeah, look at, I mean, we're playing Elden Ring, the worst third-person shooter of all time. Instead of playing Elden Ring, one of the more interesting melee action RPGs of all time. Like, who chooses that? Me, here, I guess, since I'm the one heals. But I know I gotta get this guy the fuck out of here, and I do. Because I'm not gonna retreat again in this invasion. In the words of Midra, I have endured more than enough. And, you know, imagine what happens once this guy's alone. He just kind of folds like a lawn chair. But GG guys, it was mostly a good fight. So moving on now to this next invasion. This is a really fun one, dare I say. We're around level 90, maybe 100, which is just a great range to be at. And I'm gonna start off with just a high IQ play right here. I'm gonna, I guess I forgot that Mr. Big Cat there can damage invaders too. And I'm reminded repeatedly of that throughout this invasion. A little foreshadowing there. And I'm kind of just, I put myself in the open field with two guys and the projectiles, so I just decided to reassess my life choices at that point. Come back here, get the warming stone going, and decide I'm kind of gonna play this door with Mr. Big Cat, choke point him a little bit. They're doing a good job with the projectiles, they're playing smart, so I'm gonna light the ground on fire, protect Mr. Big Cat a little longer while I'm healing up on this warming stone. And yeah, they're being a little passive, but the wizard experiences the first moment of bravery of his life right there and immediately decides that's not the lifestyle for him. Sadly, I'm out of FP there. I definitely would have clocked him with that ghost flame. And I am just getting clipped by the cat. Pops my tear there. Getting shot in the face. I'm really attached to protecting this cat for whatever reason. I think it's not often in Elden Ring. Here comes the wizard, his second moment of bravery. And he's quickly reminded why maybe wizards shouldn't do that. I hate when the ghost flame goes on the wall like that. But I decide, you know, it's now or never. It's do or die. Get in there with my monkey brain and just press L2. This guy can't help but just walk into it and die. And now it's me and this guy. He tries to bow to me for some reason. And I'm just eating that weapon art. But again, like, the outcome of this at this point should be unsurprising. GG guys, that was really fun. Monkey brain, door spamming gameplay. It's a good time. Sometimes you just gotta embrace what an invasion is. Now this is a good one. This is a classic example of a pretty mean gank squad overestimating just how mean they are. Like, these guys think they're untouchable mean, and they're not. You'll see what I mean. So yeah, I get the ultra out. I've only seen 2 of them at this point, so I'm thinking I'm gonna get in there and just have a slobber knocker, just start swinging. Throw a pot for good measure. And then I see that there's 3 of them. Hit those 2, and I'm thinking I gotta get past these guys. I'm gonna use this chance. Got Mr. Curbsword there, back him up. And they're just putting in some really serious damage on me with some serious aggression. Kind of panic rolling for my life, and I say no more. I hit that L2 button and just blow that guy up. And now the Fire Knight's involved. They have drastically underestimated how dangerous this Fire Knight is. I'm still pressing L2, somehow landing it. You see the Phantom in the back is about to die to the Fire Knight. And that's what I meant when I said these guys thought they were meaner than they are. You see that guy just gets roll caught to death. Quick little R2. And stop me if you've heard this one before, it's me and the host. Taking bets. I'll never understand why that didn't just knock him off right there, but so be it. This guy's demonstrating some real prowess. And here I make a really boneheaded play, and if he had a better weapon, I'd probably be dead right now. But I'm not. So I'm just gonna switch to my preferred dueling weapon, almost backstep off the edge there, and finish it up. It was a GG, guys. Respect that Fire Knight, man. So this one right here is a doozy, man. This one, I actually got my first hate mail on PS5 after this one. And just keep it in mind as you watch the footage, they were accusing me of running away. Which is very interesting. And I'll spare you the details. Basically, I just said Elriz. I can't be asked to engage with what some some guys think about how I play the game. But nonetheless, I thought it was very interesting, and I mean, what do they want me to do, first of all? Like, that guy's got the bone bow and the fucking glint blade phalanx or whatever version of that spell he has. So yeah, I'm gonna make some space. It would be stupid if I didn't. I'd like to see what that guy would do in my shoes. And yeah, here we go. We're playing Elden Ring. Nice little teabag there, preemptive teabag from that guy in the dress. And yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, we're back to playing Elden Ring, the worst cover shooter of all time. So I'm gonna go and speed up this footage. There ain't nothing to look at here. But this is, they have the power right now to make this invasion what it's gonna be. And notice who's running away. Just pointing that out. Isn't this just riveting, man? What can you even say over stuff like this? I don't know what these guys are so scared of, or what is wrong with them. Or what they expect. I'm trying not to return to fully jaded old dog mode, but it is kind of hard watching this back. But honestly, when it was happening, I did not have the worst time ever, because I could feel it in my bones that they were gonna get what's coming to them. And here it is. No, not quite. That was one of the things coming to them. But this is really what was coming to them. And so is that. That's all I have to say about that one. So let's move on to one that's more short and sweet and wholesome and honest and fun and good. I love guys like this. I love running into two guys that I feel pretty confident I can just fight. Fighting 2v1 against some honest PvEers, that's the bomb, man. Doesn't get any better than that. Well, it kind of does, but still, this invasion happened pretty much right after that one that came before this in the video, and this was just a great palette cleanse. I mean, we're just duking it out, we're swinging our weapons. Not a bone bow in sight. Get your dragon breath out of here, man. Not today. Blowing them up. This is just a good time, man. This was such a palette cleanse. Boom. Got him. I'll swing into that. Boom. Blowing him up. We're just pressing buttons out here. Short and sweet. GG, you guys. Enjoy fighting Moog. And so if those last two invasions were two ends of a spectrum, right? This one's right in the middle. This one's pretty fun and honest. And dare I say a little wholesome. But at the same time, it is not short. Or particularly sweet. But it's a good time. We're fighting. This guy's summoning people. That guy has fucking 800 HP at level 150 or higher. Presumably. Not sure what's up with that. But he's gonna get it. He's for sure gonna get it. But yeah, we got this honest host here, and like, they haven't even beat the carrion troll up past this bridge yet, so I know I got the level at my back, but I'm feeling similarly to in the last one where I'm like, I can fight these guys, and so that's what I'm doing. I know this guy is like one really solid hit away from just fucking dying, and there it is. And I just kind of look at him a little bit like, get some HP, bro. That wasn't a taunt, that was just like, what are you doing, kind of. And yeah, it's me and the host, but he's got that summon on the way. There he is. So we're right back where we started, but that's where I want to be. I want to be having fights like this. I'll greet him. Because I already know these guys are fine. They're cool. These are just some average gamers enjoying Elden Ring. What more could you want? And they're playing smart, they're not getting blown up. Target swapping. So satisfying. And I almost get the Phantom there. Not quite. I'm gonna switch to GK. And something I've been trying to make work is the offhand dry leaf karate. It just has no range. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's fun though. It's really fun with the Great Katana. It looks cool. I get the guard break. I pressed L1 there to try and block cancel to get in for their post and just fucked it up. Fuck up my rolls here. Pop my tier. And suddenly this invasion's looking a little more serious, but it's alright. This is the type of fight we like. Take the time to pop my lantern on and drop a warming stone down here. And these are the type of people waiting at a grace that honestly I really don't mind. I don't mind fighting these guys at a grace because they're not using some bullshit basically. Like there's no bone bow, backhand blade chasing me down. These guys are chilling. They got great swords and shields, a couple spells. I got my little Moonrathil phalanx up. Backstep in, land some hits on that guy. And I've swapped to the health and steeple, which is just such a nice great sword. Lands some good hits, and he's saved by the bell, but not for long. Catch him with that sweeping R2 out of the roll. And it's me and the host once more. And I don't believe he's got the blue ring on. It's a duel now. And, you know, I'll just let this kind of play out in the background, but this is a great invasion to end on. This is an example of what you like to see, you know. Sure, we weren't playing through the level, but I've learned to enjoy fighting the right kind of player. Even 2v1, beautiful R2. But yeah, that's about gonna do it, y'all, for the invasions. Just a couple closing words, you know, if you've made it this far into the video, that's awesome, thanks. And definitely make sure to do the YouTube stuff. You know, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell for more Bigg Charles content. But seriously, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for checking it out. I have some more stuff in the works. So if you liked this, you'll probably like that. And thus, you should keep an eye on the channel. Share this with your friends. Put it on your subreddit and your Discord, whatever. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, get out of here, man. Later.